Hello everyone and welcome to another live protocol video. So this is going to be the fifth video in the series that I'm making about what is each type's best fitted role in society. So INFPs have been they are known for being very in touch with their feelings, very moralistic people, very value driven people. But what is the underlying programming? What is the meaning of it? How do they come to be this way? And what is morality? This is all topics that I'm going to be touching on the video. I've been studying INFPs for a while. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I come to realize that there's one thing that they do better than most types, or better even than all types, and is as it follows on the video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you love the show.
What is the INFP role in society? INFPs usually have a deep moral compass that influences their behavior and decision-making process, as well as an inner sense of right or wrong, and good or bad that guides them through life. They enjoy spending time alone to think about what they believe in, and how the world should be. They often want to make their own decisions and dislike being told what to do. As an INFP, you are often introverted and prefer to focus on your own thoughts. You are also creative, which is evident in the way that you think outside of the box, and come up with new ideas. Your primary goal is to be true to yourself, and live a life that makes sense for you. This may mean different things for different INFPs, however, it's important you have a good grasp that what makes sense to you can differ greatly from what other people believe. Morality can be very malleable. What is morality? Morality is not an easy concept to explain, so allow me to provide an example. I promise it will all make sense in the end. Don't go anywhere. Since the very old days, people were quick to understand that by flocking and working together, they would have better chances of persevering against the brute and unforgiving forces of nature. Even nowadays, as smart as we may think we are, if we venture into the wild relying only on our intelligence and nothing else to protect us, chances are that nature will get the best of us. If wild animals don't get you, the elements, hunger, thirst, bacteria, viruses will. The dangers are many. No one can deny that we are very ill-equipped for survival outside the borders of our cities. That is why we built them. Cities provide us with a clear advantage over the unforgiving forces of nature. But as people started grouping together in the old days, and began creating a safer space for themselves, survival ceased to be such a concern. As more and more people inhabited common grounds, a semblance of society arose, and with it, a whole new set of questions. For example, how can I prevent someone else from taking my food? If someone bigger than me feels like beating me to a pulp and stealing my food, I have no means of stopping it. In this case, I would then find other people that share the same problem, gang up together, and when that big guy comes back to steal our stuff, we use our strength in numbers to our advantage. So now the big guy forms his own gang, and so on and so forth, and this is how countries acted in the feudal system, kingdoms constantly trying to conquer other kingdoms. The point is, we need some sort of understanding. Without laws, we would still be living in chaos, ruled by the fist of the strongest warlord, or the warlord that had the biggest army. The bottom line is that we need to establish what is acceptable, and what is not. That is what is called morals. Morals are a set of rules or guidelines that ideally all people would agree upon and live by. But the problem with morals is that they can be very adaptable. What seems right to one person might not be right for the other. Due to the inability to reconcile this dilemma, people resorted to rationality and empiricism, or what makes the most sense to the majority, and what can be proven. The war between morality and rationality. This was the point where people's feelings started to take a back seat, and reason became the main way people decided what was acceptable and unacceptable. The Enlightenment coerced people to shove feelings, beliefs, and dogma aside, in favor of reason and science. But the problem with having this monomeric method at arriving at all conclusions, is that it only sees one side and ignores the other, the irrational or inexplicable side of people. Namely our imagination, beliefs, speculative consideration, feelings, emotions, etc. In other words, what makes us unique and special. Rationality paints a very black and white picture, wrong and right with not much in between. Well, people are not robots. Feelings cannot be shut down the same way you turn off an appliance, just because you don't need to use it at the moment. One of the things that make human beings so special are our emotions. How would we know not to hurt an animal, if we didn't feel compassion, sadness, guilt, or remorse. Emotions are an essential part of what makes us so special. That is why laws can never be separated from morals. INFPs with dominant FI, introverted feeling, and NE, extroverted intuition, are the primary ambassadors of novel ideas and concepts where morals and feelings are more important than rationality. INFPs possess great imagination, and that imagination is always connected to feelings and emotions. Whatever they do, say or produce, it's always going to be connected to emotions, feelings, or what I like to call the human side. The INFP role in society is one of the most important roles, because it helps shape our culture with its values and beliefs. INFPs are the brakes that prevent rationality from taking over. They inject into the world a more esoteric side that is connected to the human side. But we shouldn't blame rationality, because remember, rationality became the main provider of guidance, because morality alone could not entirely do the job. Rationality is not the bad guy, the same way feelings are not the bad guy either. If dominant TI users like INTPs or ISTPs inject rationality and cold logic to the world, preventing society from tipping into the side of over-emotionalizing, and stopping an unimaginable amount of different sets of morals and beliefs from surfacing. Dominant FI users like INFPs and ISFPs inject the more humanistic and warmer side of humanity into the world, preventing the world from becoming mechanistic and robotic. Rationality and morality are two sides of a necessary coin that we must have in order to find balance in society. If we don't have one, the other one will spin out of control. All types, or cognitive functions, push their own programming, very reminiscent of Friedrich Nietzsche's concept of will to power. But not quite. And INFP's programming or role in society is to push ideas, concepts, and ideologies that are derived and perpetually connected to a more humanistic perspective. That is why they constantly carry a massive amount of emotional weight with them. This undoubtedly produces negative side effects. We all know the struggles INFPs endure, from being overly considerate, feeling too intensely, over-idealistic, fear of disappointing others, fusing their values with their identity. I could go on for a while. For now, let's all acknowledge that INFPs don't have it easy. Emotions this intense can cause real psychological damage. That is why it's imperative that everyone understands them, so we don't further contribute to their struggle. Never forget how massively important their role in society really is.
If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.